पहले 2 मैचेस सीरीज में हारने के बाद तीसरे मैच में क्लीन स्वीप नहीं होने दिया इंडिया के प्लेयर्स ने। यहाँ पे तीसरा मैच जीता है 13 रन से। एक थ्रिलर एनकाउंटर रहा। ओवरऑल बहुत मजा आया इसे देखने में। बहुत बहुत स्वागत करता हूँ आपका क्रिक ट्रैकर प्रेजेंस इन दी एयर पोस्ट मैच शो में। मेरे साथ हैं क्रिकेट एनालिस्ट मिस्टर राकेश देवा। राकेश, बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आपका भी। थ्रिलर एनकाउंटर जैसे मैंने कहा, लास्ट ओवर तक मैच गया। कहीं एक स्टेज पे लग रहा था हो सकता है ऑस्ट्रेलिया फिर से इस बार बाजी मार सकती है, मगर अंत में 13 रन से मैच जीता इंडिया ने। क्या कहना चाहेंगे इस जीत के बारे में?
This win is important for India because going forward, this is a long tour. Yes, they have won the game because getting into that confident thing is important because they need that confidence to play that T20s and even the Test matches. So ये गेम जीतना बहुत जरूरी था और जीत गया, थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस भी मिला। और आज का टीम में देखे तो 4 चेंजेस किया और नटराजन भी आज पहला मैच किया, डेब्यू किया। थोड़ा एक्सपेंसिव था बट फिर भी 2 विकेट इंपॉर्टेंट क्रूशियल टाइम में विकेट भी निकाला। एंड मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंटली लास्ट 5-6 गेम में अपन इंडियन बॉलर्स तो पावर प्ले में, फर्स्ट पावर प्ले में विकेट नहीं लिया अभी तक। So this guy playing as a debutant and taking a wicket, he gave a good start. Overall, it was a good performance. We have been talking the same thing from the first game. Taking wickets is important to win the game,
Yeah.
especially playing outside the subcontinent. So that's what has been the formula for success, and that has been proven. And even Shardul Thakur bowled really well, but the concern is spinners. Chahal को try किया पहला 2 games में और आज कुलदीप को भी try
कुलदीप।
किया, लेकिन दोनों का स्पिनर का कुछ नहीं चला. That is going to be a little bit concern. Yes, Australian bowlers, ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने बहुत अच्छा bowling किया. पहला bowling करके बहुत disciplined bowling किया, I would say.
Yeah.
Because at some point of time it was really hard for India to even score something 250 or like that. But
Yes,
thanks,
absolutely.
Indian fans should be thankful to Mr. Hardik Pandya and Jadeja. I mean, see, for sixth wicket, they both made 150 runs. So that's the crucial thing in the crucial point if you have to talk about Indian batting. I think overall, India did a good performance, picking up the wickets at the crucial time because I mean, taking that decision, yes, Kohli did a good decision, took a good decision by bringing in Jasprit Bumrah at the right
Jasprit
time.
Bumrah at the right time, yeah.
Match was 100% in Australia's hand, taking that Maxwell's wicket because Maxwell is in supreme form in this tournament. This is going to be a big headache for Kings 11 Punjab. They might have thought to leave him, but he has been scoring runs, 2 half centuries, and I mean, yeah, absolutely, very, very well played by India in today's game, I would say.
या मैक्सवेल की बैटिंग पर आएंगे, ऑस्ट्रेलिया की पूरी बात करेंगे। पहले इंडिया की बैटिंग की बात करते हैं। एक बार फिर से स्टार्टिंग में सभी बल्लेबाजों को जो है वहां पे स्टार्ट मिला है। शुभमन गिल की बात करें, धवन को भी एक हद तक, विराट कोहली एक और 50 लगाई, लेकिन बाद में एक के बाद एक वो विकेट्स गिरते गए और 5 विकेट्स इतना जल्दी मतलब वहां पे गिर गए एक साथ कि बहुत टफ सिचुएशन हो गया टीम के लिए। लेकिन फिर वही हार्दिक पांड्या और रविंद्र जडेजा, टीम के 2 ऑलराउंडर्स की कमाल की परफॉर्मेंस। एक ने 92 बनाए, दूसरी तरफ जडेजा की वो तलवार निकली, आज 66 उन्होंने बनाए। क्या कहना चाहेंगे बैटिंग प्रदर्शन के बारे में?
Batting, I would say, I mean, start was okay, not bad, because the Dhawan thoda jaldi out ho gaya, and the way he got out, it was not convincing and it is not satisfactory. But the other opener who replaced Mayank Agarwal, Shubman Gill, was looking solid and he played very well because ये ODI cricket 50 over का cricket शुभमन गिल के लिए बहुत perfectly set होता है. He started very well. He scored 33 runs. I thought he'll be playing big innings. But important thing is, like you mentioned, बार-बार wickets lost होके आ रहा. I mean, India was losing regular wickets at regular interval.
Yeah.
The first 5 wickets, India looked in deep trouble. And बैटिंग में एक कंसर्न है. यस, एक गेम में राहुल अच्छा प्रदर्शन किया, लेकिन श्रेयस अय्यर का परफॉर्मेंस के बारे में थोड़ा issue है. The way he's getting out, he's not scoring runs, and it raises a question saying that is he only capable of batting in the subcontinent pitches? Is he not capable of batting in the bouncy tracks like Australia, England, and somewhere? So that is the only one concern I would say, because पहला 2 games में बैटिंग का प्रदर्शन देखे तो शिखर धवन अच्छा ही किया, मयंक अग्रवाल स्टार्ट अच्छा दे रहा था लेकिन कैपिटलाइज नहीं किया. आज शुभमन गिल ठीक खेला, 33 runs, that was not bad. And then Kohli, the important thing is Kohli is in good form. He's playing, he's scoring runs, but the standards he has set for himself makes it looks like he's not performing. Actually, if you see the average in this year 2020, the average look not that bad. It's almost close to 47, and the most
Yeah,
important thing is he did not score a century in this year from the starting of his debut. But most importantly, India didn't play too many games in this season due to
games.
pandemic. But I would say Kohli is playing well, but just because his bars are high, the standards are high, it doesn't look like he's performing to the mark. And then Hardik Pandya is in supreme form. Jadeja is doing good job with the bat. Even Jadeja, the concern with Jadeja is a little bit batting. Overall, I mean, Indian team did good in first two ODIs also, because if team is not doing good, there's no way that they can score 300 runs in both the games. And even today they scored 300. So I think
Yeah.
India is well, but the most important thing is aaj ka game maybe at one point of time the question, I mean, it was a problem for Indian bowlers because they didn't have sixth bowling option. They had to just go with the five bowlers. But Australian का team देखे तो सात लोग bowl किया. So that is still a concern going forward. But overall performance wise थोड़ा आज का मैच जीत के थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस में आया. So that is going to be a positive factor for Indian team going forward in the tournament.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया की बॉलिंग की तरफ जाएंगे उससे पहले क्या जब 302 पर 5 ये रन बने थे एक टाइम पे लग रहा था कि शायद 250 भी नहीं बनेंगे बट जब 302 पर
Yeah.
5 लगे फिर हमने देखा कि भाई ऑस्ट्रेलिया की जो बैटिंग लाइनअप है वहां सिर्फ एक डेविड वार्नर का नाम आज कम था क्योंकि वो इंजर्ड थे नहीं तो वही स्टीव स्मिथ वही एरन फिंच मार्नस लेबुशैन और हेनरिक्स मैक्सवेल सब बल्लेबाज फॉर्म में क्या उस समय आपको लगा था कि कितने रन शॉर्ट करीबन करीबन 20-25 रन शायद हम शॉर्ट थे उस टाइम भी लग रहा था ये
नहीं, आज का पिच तो चेंज हो गया, लेकिन मेरे को पहले से ऐसा ये लग रहा कि ये डेविड वार्नर नहीं है, सो वो थोड़ा इंडियन टीम के लिए
या
एडवांटेज होगा बोल के. लेकिन यस, दैट हैज बिकम एडवांटेज बिकॉज पहला दो गेम में लाबिशन तो ओपनिंग नहीं किया, सो इट इज गोइंग टू बी लिटिल बिट डिफिकल्ट when you are batting as an opener all of a sudden playing the new ball. So I thought that would make little bit difficult for Australia, and proving that Natarajan has taken and given India a breakthrough, taking Labuschagne out for that inside edge. And but फिर भी उसके बाद Aaron Finch was playing very well. He was playing very conservative, because I think he doesn't want to get out because he doesn't have his senior partner David
या
Warner.
डेविड
And
वार्नर
then
वाज नॉट
and
देयर
then they
टुडे
lost. Yeah. And then उसके बाद तो एक दो विकेट तो जल्दी गिरा. स्कोर उतना ऊपर स्कोर उतना ज्यादा नहीं था, लेकिन उसके बाद अलेक्स कैरी आके थोड़ा ठीक से खेला. आई थिंक ही स्कोर सम 30 odd runs, but then Maxwell really played very well. I think that if you see, and even Steve Smith did not score anything. So if we compare, I mean, if we talk about some about the players who really performs well, who are match winners, because David Warner was not there and Steve Smith did not perform well. And if you take Indian team is missing Rohit Sharma, and Indian team is also missing Mahendra Singh Dhoni's strategies and tactics in the
या
game. So when your team is missing match winners, all of a sudden it becomes really tough for any team. So that was clearly visible in today's game, and in terms of India's point of view, it was visible in first two games where Kohli did some errors in captaincy, and India couldn't capitalize in terms of batting. Like Shreyas Iyer did not perform. I was expecting Manish Pandey to play in place of Shreyas Iyer today, but it's absolutely fine because when the result is on your in your way, then you don't really think about what had happened, what changes you would have always made. But it's important for
या
India to win this game, and they have done it.
शायद उस तरफ कप्तान कोहली नहीं हुए होंगे क्योंकि ऑलरेडी 3 चेंजेस हो रहे थे स्क्वाड में ओपनर आपने चेंज किया फिर 2 फास्ट बॉलर्स में आप चेंज लाए चौथा चेंज स्पिनर का भी आज एक था कुलदीप यादव खेल रहे थे और जैसा कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया की बैटिंग की अभी आपने बात कही कि स्टीव स्मिथ का जल्दी आउट होना थोड़ा सा लक फैक्टर वहां पे टीम के साथ रहा वो लेग साइड में फ्लिक मारते हुए ऐसे आउट होते नहीं है उस लेवल के बल्लेबाज नहीं है बहुत ऊंचे दर्जे के वो बल्लेबाज है मगर आज एक दिन अच्छा नहीं था उनका लेकिन फिंच की एक बढ़िया पारी साथ में मैक्सवेल जिन्होंने इंडियन टी20 लीग के पूरे सीजन में सिर्फ 108 रन बनाए थे 12 मैचेस खेल के उन्होंने इस सीरीज में 150 से ज्यादा रन बनाए हैं दो तो उन्होंने हाफ सेंचुरी लगा दी और एक मोमेंट पे जब वो आज खेल रहे थे उनके विकेट गिरने से पहले मुझे तो ऐसा ही लग रहा था कि ये इस बार मैच को पूरी तरीके से ले जाएंगे आज
नहीं, मैक्सवेल का स्टैटिस्टिक्स आपने जो बोला वो बिल्कुल परफेक्ट है. और इट्स नॉट ओनली इन दिस सीजन आईपीएल, पिछला सीजन का आईपीएल में भी उसका स्टैटिस्टिक्स देखे तो उतना अच्छा नहीं
या
है, लेकिन इंटरनेशनल में ही वाज परफॉर्मिंग वेल. बट पुटिंग दैट ऑल दीस थिंग्स असाइड, what a beautiful innings. That reverse six, it's almost 100 meters. I think that's the biggest six which has been ever hit by any batsman playing a reverse switch hit. Actually, sorry,
Switch
not
it.
reverse switch hit. Yeah, switch hit. But the batting wise, I mean, he's absolutely proving why a team really needs a big hitter, why a team needs really a finisher who can get that momentum up and win the games. In fact, if Glenn Maxwell was not, if he was not out, I think the game would have been finished. Maybe. Yes, you never know. In cricket, anything can happen. But I think if Maxwell was there, the game would have finished maybe a couple of hours early or something like that. But batting wise, Maxwell is in tremendous form. We have to see how is he going to play in
Yeah.
T20s, because that is his favorite. For his type of game, that is the proper format. So overall, Maxwell has got into that form now. This is going to be headache for Kings 11 Punjab, and Australian
Yeah.
team will be really very happy the way Maxwell is playing, and that is going to really help them in T20s.
A quick view on Australia's bowling. I think the first 40 or around 43 overs, just the last 7 overs, they leaked some runs. Even Sean Abbott, he was bowling very well. 2 overs he bowled. Then after the 45 overs, he bowled 2 overs where he was hit for 17 and 19 runs consecutively. So that might have troubled them somewhere, the hitting of Pandya and Jadeja, except that Pat Cummins was not playing, Stark was not playing, but phenomenal performance by the bowlers.
Definitely. See, if you look at the scorecard, the last 10 overs, India has scored 110 runs. Until then, it was really hard for India to even score 250 runs or so.
Yeah,
Just like you mentioned, Pat Cummins and Mitchell Stark was not there. I think they might have given them intentionally rest going forward, looking at the tournament, like 4 Test matches and 3 20s. But even Sean Abbott, before becoming that expensive, he was really bowling well, and it was very good bowling from him. But yes, unfortunately, Hardik Pandya is in very supreme form. Even in the last 2 games, he batted really well. Jadeja also batted really well. The most important thing is those two players, Jadeja and Pandya, did not get under pressure. They were just playing very cool and calm. I think because of the vast experience, the T20 games they are playing, they might have thought that okay, we can take on the bowlers in the last over
yeah,
instead of losing the wickets, because uh, within 35 overs, India lost all these 5 wickets. And
yeah,
then Hardik Pandya and Jadeja was playing from 33rd over, if I'm not wrong, 33rd or 34th. The good thing they've done is they played 40 overs very slowly. They wanted to save that wicket, not to get out, because there was no other recognized batsman if there was any wicket going to be down. So I think they did a good job. But overall, even Australian bowlers did a very good job. They were very disciplined, bowling line and length, hitting the deck hard, bouncing the ball. If the way Kohli got out, that was not actually supposed to be played on the front foot. Maybe he could have just stayed there, went on the back and played. But bowling wise, they did really well, except that last 10 overs, even like you mentioned, not last 10 overs, maybe last 6 overs or 7 overs,
7 overs.
they
Yeah,
were very expensive, especially about Jadeja. In 1 over, he hit him for 3 boundaries and 2 sixes. That was really absolutely amazing to watch.
yeah. So we have spoken about India's bowling a bit. Like Shardul Thakur has performed exceptionally well. Then Natarajan making his debut. थोड़े से एक्सपेंसिव वहां पे नटराजन थे, बट 2 विकेट निकाले हैं. कुलदीप यादव और चहल में वो थोड़ी सी बातचीत अभी भी चलेगी. कुलदीप ने रन्स आज कम दिए हैं चहल के मुकाबले और एक विकेट भी निकाला है. सबसे बढ़िया चीज मुझे ये लगी कि जडेजा उसी 60 के मार्क पे अभी भी है. तीनों मैचेस में उन्होंने 60, 63, 62 रन दिए हैं. 2 मैचेस में विकेट नहीं लिया था, आज उन्होंने वो एक विकेट निकाला है. एक इंपॉर्टेंट विकेट जडेजा ने निकाला है और बुमराह के यॉर्कर भी हमें देखने मिले. बट नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट this match particularly, going into the series ahead, day after tomorrow we have the T20 series starting. Then there's the 4 test matches. There are 4 test matches. Mohammad Shami and Jasprit Bumrah are India's two main bowlers. Do you think India should give them a rest in the T20 series? Because there are other fast bowlers too, Deepak Chahar, Natarajan, and even you have Navdeep Saini, or someone like Shardul Thakur. He might be included in the T20 squad, because those two bowlers, I'm talking about Shami and Bumrah, they will be your number 1 and 2 bowler in the Test match series. Like Australia has given rest to Stark and Pat Cummins. Do you think India should do something like that going ahead into the series?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. See, if you see, I think मेरे ख्याल से T20 में दीपक चाहर तो हर एक गेम तीन तीन मैचेस
Yeah,
में तीन मैचेस खेलेगा. जसप्रीत बुमराह और मोहम्मद शमी के दोनों के बीच में किसको रेस्ट लेना है? बिकॉज दोनों को तो रेस्ट नहीं दे सकते. बिकॉज if
yeah,
you are giving rest to both the senior players, then it is really going to be tough to manage because you have to have a senior player who can take that anchor role and guide your bowlers. तो मेरे ख्याल से शमी को रेस्ट देके बुमराह खेलेगा because look, Shami is definitely important in Test cricket. If I'm not wrong, yes, he's there in Test squad as well.
yeah,
So in that way, Deepak Chahar might get all the three games. We might see Shardul Thakur playing as well because Shardul तो थोड़ा बहुत बैटिंग भी कर सकते हैं. आज का गेम में बॉलिंग भी अच्छा किया. I mean, the most important thing is if you look all these three games, Australians were getting the wickets by using variations, whereas Indian bowlers did not use too many variations in the first two games. But आज का गेम में शार्दुल या नटराजन या बुमराह भी तीन बॉलर्स थोड़ा बहुत वेरिएशंस डाल रहा था और उसके हिसाब से ही विकेट्स मिला मेरे ख्याल से. बिकॉज बुमराह तो पहला दो गेम में तो उतना अच्छा प्रदर्शन खास प्रदर्शन नहीं था. आज का गेम में वो मैक्सवेल का विकेट निकालने के बाद उसका परफॉर्मेंस थोड़ा अच्छा था और उसका इकोनॉमी भी बहुत अच्छा है आज. 4.5 something like that compared to the other two games. Yes, like you mentioned, in that way, if you look, Deepak Chahar, Shardul Thakur might get more games. But if you talk about Navdeep Saini, I think he is down with his confidence. The way the batsmen were hitting him in the first two games, that is a little bit question mark about Navdeep Saini, whether he'll get a chance in the playing 11 or no. But
yeah,
Deepak Chahar, Shardul Thakur might definitely get the chances. And whereas other bowlers like Chahal and then Washington Sundar is also going to be there.
yeah.
Natarajan, I think Natarajan will definitely be there because you definitely need someone who can really bowl Yorkers. And he has really performed well in the IPL playing for Sunrisers Hyderabad. So these are the changes. You might not see both Bumrah and Shami sitting down. You might see one sitting, one playing, and I think Bumrah will play. Shami might be rested in T20s. That's what I feel.
Yeah, because I think Shami is more injury prone. We have seen that in the past. Also, if you win the first two matches, if India manages to win the first two games, then in the third game, both Shami and Bumrah can be given rest because there are certain
Yes,
practice matches also which are to be
yes,
played. So, ये
yeah.
तो थी ODI series. Yeah, Rakesh,
But the
say something.
important but the important thing is we cannot really say how. I mean, we cannot reflect this limited over and T20's performance to Test matches, and we cannot say
Yeah,
if India wins Test matches, they can easily win Test because playing red ball cricket is completely different from white ball, and
yeah,
especially when
obviously.
you're playing in Australia against Australia with that bouncy patch playing in Sydney, playing in Melbourne, playing in Brisbane. It's really going to be a tough job for India playing in test matches. But the first task they have to do is they have to win this T20 series and get that confidence. By winning this game, they have got that confidence. So let's see if they can
Confidence back.
continue that confidence in the T20 cricket and
Hmm.
go ahead for test matches.
जी हाँ, तो फिर ये थी ओडीआई सीरीज 2-1 से ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने जीती. पहले दोनों मैचेस जीते. तीसरा मैच भी एक थ्रिलिंग एनकाउंटर रहा जहां पे बहुत कम मार्जिन से इंडियन टीम जीती है. ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम से अगर हम पहले दो मैचेस का कंपैरिजन करेंगे तो वो 50 से ज्यादा के मार्जिन से जीत रही थी. यहाँ पे इंडिया सिर्फ 13 रन के मार्जिन से जीती है. बट ठीक है, अच्छी बात है, उनको यहाँ से थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस आएगा आगे. एक दिन छोड़कर थर्सडे से ही T20 जो सीरीज है वो शुरू हो रही है वापस से. तो फिर राकेश, बहुत बहुत थैंक यू आपका हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए. हम मिलेंगे फिर से T20 सीरीज में. दर्शकों को मैं कहना चाहूंगा कि आप जुड़ जाइएगा क्रिक ट्रैकर के साथ. वापस जब इंडिया अब T20 सीरीज खेलेगी वहां पे ढेर सारी हम बातें करेंगे, चर्चा करेंगे, देखते हैं, मजा आएगा उस T20 सीरीज में भी. तो मिलते हैं एक दिन के बाद T20 सीरीज जब शुरुआत होगी तब. थैंक यू.